Tent body. I'm not going to read any instructions. I want to see just how intuitive this is. Is it truly a 60-second setup? Is it as easy as they claim? I mean, I don't know about you, but I'd call that 60 seconds. Now, we're not staked in, but it's up. Welcome back to the Chasing the Wilds YouTube channel. Today, we're going to take a look at the Coleman Instant Cabin Tent. Let's get into it. All right, so I picked this up the other day. I haven't even opened it, which is odd for me. I usually don't do unboxing style videos, but here we are. Got our tent body. We've got instructions inside the bag. That's always helpful. Let's unroll it. We've got our tent stakes. And our tent. As you can see, there's still cardboard around everything. So here's our tent body. I'm not going to read any instructions. I want to see just how intuitive this is. Is it truly a 60-second setup? Is it as easy as they claim? We're going to find out. So I would think we're just going to spread these out and then maybe do something like that. I know these extend. I mean, I don't know about you, but I'd call that 60 seconds. Now, we're not staked in, but it's up. Got a little vent right here. Now, I have our tent stakes here. Circular old metal tent stakes, nothing fancy. I wasn't expecting a whole lot. Now, I've got our MSR stake hammer. Let's get this thing staked down. We'll see how it looks. Now, something else I do have with this tent is the rainfly, which you have to buy separate. I'm not crazy about that. Let me grab the rainfly. We'll get it on. Now, here's the rainfly. You have to buy this separate. Why? I don't understand. Let's get it out. It's the first time I have opened it. Looks like you get, yep, more stakes. Now, as I understand, once you get the rainfly on, you can leave it on. You don't have to put it on and off every single time. So if so, that'd be nice. Let's get this on. Now, something I just realized, so our rainfly is on. That right there kind of fits into that bin. There's your attachment for your guy lines. And here's how your rainfly attaches. And so if we put it there, there's nothing to keep it from sliding up. So I'm gonna assume that is where it goes right there. And then you tension it with the buckle. We'll do the same thing right here. And that's it. Our rainfly is on. I'm pretty happy with it. So here are your guidelines, and I'm gonna assume that if you're using the rainfly, and I say if because they sell it separately, if you're using the rainfly, you're gonna use these guidelines. If you're not using the rainfly, you're gonna be using these. I don't see why you wouldn't use a rainfly, especially if you can just keep it on here like this, but I mean, it feels pretty sturdy. I bet if you put these guidelines out, it would really stiffen it up. Let's do that. You gotta wave to the neighbors, be neighborly. So the tent came with 8 stakes. The rainfly came with another 4 stakes. I guess it's good to have extras, but this should be enough because we only have the 4 corner stakes and 4 stakes for the guidelines. So should be plenty. Always keep in mind, especially with this tent, I think the mechanism kind of lends itself to be a little more flexible than like a rigid aluminum pole that you would put together, slide through a sleeve, that kind of deal. Your guideline, your strength comes from guideline length and the angle at which you pull them. So just make sure you get those 2 things right. Now when I run tent guidelines, I like to pull my tensioner about 1 foot away. That way I've got some adjustment if I need it later on. And there we go. Got our guidelines out. That stiffened it up quite a bit. Now I don't know if I'd ride out bad weather in this tent. Might be a fair weather only type of deal, but it's solid. I mean, it's definitely not going anywhere. You get 8 stakes in the ground, I think you're okay. Let's open it up, see what the inside looks like. Now I do like this, you've got big storm flaps, and it does have their WeatherTech technology, whatever that is. Big storm flaps. Zippers seem to be good. You do have a double door, meaning you can have mesh or solid door. That's always nice. Get this door rolled up. Toggles. Decent sized door. I don't hate that. You've got another vent right here you can unzip. Let's go inside and take a look. Now, as I've said many times, I'm about 6'2". I'm hunched over pretty good, but it's not unbearable. It's not terrible. Got a center hang right here, hang a lantern, something like that. Got another vent right here. You can unzip, I'm not sure why you would. Big windows on either side. Let that breeze come through. Storage up underneath each window. Now looking back at our door, here's the other panel you can unzip. You can do the same thing. And man, that makes a huge difference. Ventilation just got 100 times better. I don't see any way to tie these up, but I guess could. Just tuck these in like so. Yeah, I don't see why that wouldn't work. Now let's button all this back up because I got another test in mind. This rainfly is awfully small. I wonder just how waterproof it is. Let's find out. Now, one thing I would like to show you before we get out of here, the seam sealing is very good. That's always good to see. And with the rainfly being the way it is, probably does need to be seam sealed pretty tight. Anyways, let's get out of here and we'll make it rain. Now that was probably a good 4 or 5 minutes, what I would call heavy rain. I mean, you know, we gotta work with what we've got. Let's unzip it, see if we got any water inside. Now that little bit right there fell in when I undid the door, but I don't see anything else. Up underneath the rainfly is dry. There's that vent. I'd say that'd do just fine. Now let's go over some specs real quick. I got my cheat sheet here. So this is the 4-person version. They have a 6-person, an 8-person, and maybe even a 10-person. I'm not real sure. Setup time in under 1 minute. So they taught this as a instant cabin tent, 60-second setup. I'd say that's fair. Even if you have never set up a tent before, it's pretty intuitive. And there's directions on the bag if you, you know, run into any issues. 8 foot by 7 foot. And you know the deal with most 4-person tents, cut that in half and that's really what's going to be comfortable. Could you fit 4 people in it? You could, but it's going to be tight. So just keep that in mind. If you have a family of 4, you know, like my size family of 4, you might want to get the 8-person. That'd probably be real safe. Again, got to wave to the neighbors, you know. 4'11" center height, which is okay. I mean, how often are you standing inside your tent? Very, very seldom. Rainfly is sold separate. I'm not crazy about that, but once you get it, you can leave it on. That's probably what I'm gonna do. Why would I take it off? Zippers seem to be okay. I like the big storm flaps, that's always good. I think with all the vents, I think ventilation is gonna be fine. You've got ventilation on 3 of the 4 walls. Seem to move air pretty well, but I mean, here in the southeast right now, I mean, we're getting heat indexes of 110, 115. I don't think anything's gonna keep you cool in weather like that, but to each their own. Now, who is this tent for? I think this tent is for the casual camper. You know me, I'm going out all the time. I'm probably not gonna grab for this very often. It would be nice, but I think there are better things out there. But, you know, let's think about our audience and who this thing is geared for. This is geared for people that maybe go out once or twice a year, have a family, they don't want to spend 20 minutes setting up a complicated, convoluted tent. This is for them, and I think in that use case, I think it's perfect. I don't see anything wrong with it. For the $120 I've got into it off of Amazon, I'm very happy, very happy. I hope I didn't ramble too much. I just wanted to be thorough. There's a lot of videos about this tent on YouTube, and I just didn't think any of them were any good, and I felt like I could do better. So, if you like what we did today, if you're enjoying the tent reviews, if you're enjoying the how-tos, the camping videos, please subscribe. It costs you nothing. Just look right underneath this video, find my name, Chasing the Wilds. There's a red subscriber button right beside that. That's how you get it done. Doesn't cost you anything. If you like this video, make sure to give us a thumbs up. And as always, we'll see you next time.